Good morning, all of you. Now, today we are going to study about the transformation of energy. Okay, as we know that the energy cannot be created or cannot be destroyed, it can be transformed from one form to another. Okay, so we will see now which are the different forms of energy, which type of energy is used in each of the following process. So some example of this transformation of energy is given to us. We will now see a stretch piece of rubber. Okay, a rubber piece which is stretched. So which type of energy is there in it is potential energy is there. Okay, then a fast moving car. In the fast moving car, actually kinetic energy is there. Then the whistling of a cooker due to a steam. So that is the whistling of a cooker means it is having a heat energy. Then the crackers exploded in Diwali. So in the crackers we know that chemical energy is stored in that. Then a fan running on electricity. So in a fan, when the fan is running, so kinetic energy is there. Then drawing out pieces of iron from garbage using a magnet. So that is a magnetic energy. Then breaking of a glass window pane because of a loud noise. So that is nothing but a example of sound energy. So energy can be transformed from one type to another. For example, the exploding firecrackers convert the chemical energy stored in them into light, sound and heat energy. So in a firecrackers, the chemical energy is converted into when they broke the fire, they in that light the in from the firecrackers we are getting light, sound and heat energy. So some transformation of energy is given here. Okay, transformation of energy. Now above, observe the above diagram. So your diagram is there, so figure 2.5, and discuss how transformation of energy takes place, giving example of each. So different types of energies are there, so we have to see that and give the example. Now law of conservation of energy. So one law is there of about conserve. To conserve means to preserve. Okay, so energy can neither be created nor destroyed. It can be converted from one form into another. Thus, the total amount of energy in the universe remains constant. Okay, so energy cannot be created nor destroyed, but it is only transfer or converted from one form into another. Thus, the total of amount of energy remain constant. So now one activity is given to us. Uh, Make two pendulums. Okay, of the same length with the help of thread and two nuts. So you see here one thread is taken and another two threads are taken, and nuts are binded or nuts are connected. Nut means that iron nuts are there. So tie another thread in the horizontal position. Okay, so in this two threads are in vertical position and one thread is in horizontal position. Now what we have to do now, tie the two pendulums to this horizontal thread in such a way that they will not hit each other while swinging. Okay, so when they are swinging, moving from in this manner, okay, so they will, we should keep the distance between them so that they should not touch or vibrate each other. Okay, so now or hit each other. Now swing one of the pendulum and observe what do you see. So what we will do, we will not swing this thread, only we will swing this thread. We will start swinging, so it will move in this manner. Okay, it will start swinging and it will move in this manner. So you will see that as the speed of oscillation of the pendulum slowly decreases. So what will happen, we start swinging, so after some time it will the speed will decrease. Okay, and it will come to rest. So as soon as the second pendulum, which was initially stationary, begins to swing. Okay, so very interesting, one is swinging, after it comes to rest, so others start swinging. Okay, we are not swinging this, but automatically it starts swinging when this thread or nut comes to rest, begins to swing. Thus one pendulum transfer its energy to the other. Okay, now we will see another topic, that is free fall. Okay, now what is a free fall? Now if we release an object from a height, it gets pulled towards the earth because of the gravitational force. Generally this is our common observation, that anything we something is released in the space, or from the space, or that near the that earth, so what will happen, it will come down. So an object falling solely under the influence of gravitational force is said to be in free fall, or to be falling freely. So let us look at the kinetic and potential energies of an object of mass m falling freely from height h when the object is at different height. So just we are considering that any object is falling to through in the means on the ground. Okay, so we will see what are the different means kinetic energy at point A, or total energy at point A, then total energy at point B, and the total energy at C. So different types of points are there. Okay, so the object is coming to the ground. So we will see now. So this is the height. Okay, when the from A to C, the h is the height. Then between A and B, the height is, we have taken x, and from B to C, that height is taken h minus x. So now we will see now, as shown in the figure, the point A is at a height h. Okay, already we have seen that from the ground. Now let the point B is be at a distance of x. This we have taken. Then vertically below A, that is the, let the point C be on the ground. Okay, so point C is directly on the ground only, directly. So below A and B. Now let us calculate the energies of the object at A, B and C. So one by one we will see what are the total energy at point A, B and C. So now consider when the object is as stationary at A. So when the object is at stationary at A, its initial velocity u is equal to 0. So that we will take kinetic energy is nothing but, we know that, half mv square. Okay, so we will write half m. So instead of now final velocity, what we know, that is the object is at initial rest, so we will take m half, or 1 upon 2 m u square. Okay, so that ke is equal to, why we have taken 0, because we know u is 0, so and all will become 0. So kinetic energy is nothing but 0. The potential energy, we know that is mgh. So now what we will do, total energy is nothing but kinetic energy plus potential energy. So we have got kinetic energy, value of kinetic energy is 0, plus potential energy mgh. So 0 plus mgh, that is nothing, total energy is equal to mgh. That is equation number 1. Okay, now second one, let the velocity of the object be vb. Okay, where the velocity at B, point B. So when it reaches the point B, having fallen through a distance x. So we have taken now, what we are doing now, we are taking the total energy, we are finding the total energy at the point B. So we will take now u is equal to 0, initial velocity will be 0, s, the distance we have taken x. Okay, and or height, s is equal to nothing but height, and a is in the acceleration is nothing but acceleration due to gravity, we consider here g. Now as we know that that formula, that x v square is equal to u square plus 2as. Now put this value now in the case of at point velocity at point B, vb square is equal to 0 plus 2gs. Okay, only what we are doing, instead of a we have taken g, and instead of s we have taken x. Now if we just simplify it, we will get vb square is equal to 2gx. Okay, so we got this velocity. Now kinetic energy will be half mv square is equal to half m. So in this, instead of what vb square, we have taken 2gx. Okay, we know got this value of vb square here from here. Okay, so if we just we got now 2 get cancelled, so we got mgx. Okay, this we got kinetic energy is mgx. So height of the object when at B is equal to h minus x. Okay, so the height, now we want to find now what is potential energy. So potential energy is nothing but mg. So instead of x, what we are doing, we are writing h minus x. Okay, h minus x. So potential energy, just to simplify this, mgh minus mgx. So now we got kinetic energy and we got potential energy in this manner. So total energy is Ke plus Pe. Put the values now. Mgx as it is plus potential energy Mgh minus Mgx. So these both get cancelled and we are getting Mgh. So total energy at point B is Mgh. Now we will find the potential energy, total energy at point C. So we let the velocity of the object be Vc when it reaches the ground when near point C. So u, as we know, u is 0, s is height is h we have taken at point C, and e is nothing, acceleration due to gravity. So as per the formula, v square is equal to u square plus 2as. So we can write, we will write vc square is equal to 0 plus 2gh, putting the values. So kinetic energy we have got half mvc square, that is m, half m. Now instead of vc square I am writing 2gh. So finally 2 get cancelled, so we will get kinetic energy is nothing but mgh. So the height of the object from the ground at point C is h is equal to 0. Now we want to find potential energy, but we know that h is equal to 0, so m into g into h, that is 0. So total energy is nothing but kinetic energy we got from here mgh. Okay, kinetic energy we got mgh plus potential is nothing but 0. So total energy will become mgh. So from equation 1, 2 and 3 we see that the total energy of the object is the same at the 3 A, B and C. See here, total energy we got at point A, that is mgh. Total energy at point B we got mgh, and the total energy at point C we got mgh. So that all, at every point we got total energy that is same. Now thus every object has potential energy when it is at a height above the ground, and it keeps getting converted into kinetic energy as the object falls towards the ground. On reaching the ground point C, all the potential energy gets converted into kinetic energy. But at any point during the fall, the total energy remains constant. So total energy is nothing but potential energy plus kinetic energy. So total energy at A it is given, total energy at B is given here, and the total energy at C is given. So all we got same total energy. Okay, it remains constant. Okay, we'll stop here. Thank you.